Okay. Welcome back to the Join the Journey podcast. I'll be your host, Aaron Chase, the guy who didn't sleep enough last night. I went to hit this mic, Chicago Fight Club mic at the Lincoln Lodge, which makes it sound way more badass than it actually is. I don't know, they named it that to give it the Chicago intensity, but it was mostly a bunch of nerdy college dropouts that want to write jokes for a living and perform or whatever. So I went out there, and it's a late night mic. It starts at like 11:15, and it's my first time at it, so I didn't understand the process. So I ended up going a lot later on the list, which led me to have to. There's a fucking wasp in here. I thought it shit. There's a wasp in here. I thought I opened the window. I walked away for a second. I didn't hear its murderous buzzing sound anymore, and I thought that it had left in peace. But no, there's a wasp in here, and at some point, you know, shit might get hectic. Oh wait, no, I see. Oh fuck, I see it. Hold up. All right, it's it's right there. It won't leave. God damn it. Well, the window's open now for it to leave, but you're going to hear the sounds of the city outside. You're just going to have to accept that because my safety is a priority over this audio. Are wasps? Wasps are more dangerous, right, than bees? Like a wasp, does it have venom? What does a wasp do? Does a wasp make honey? Or does it make like super honey, like spicy honey? Is that why the wasp is more dangerous than the bee? Does it make spicy honey? See, these are the important questions that we ask on the Join the Journey podcast. Oh God, if anyone knows anything about wasps or animals and bees and shit in general, write in, type in, comment in, email in. I'm gonna be asking that every goddamn podcast until it starts to happen. Fuck was the mic. Oh yeah. So I went up. I went up super late, and fucking yeah. The public transit does not run until 1:32 in the morning. So I ended up walking very fucking far. If you keep up on the TikTok, you'll see it. But I want to get an electric skateboard. I feel like that would be good. It's like a bike is too big and clunky, efficient but big and clunky, and the idea of having to put that thing on the rack of the bus, like the front of the bus, freaks me out. Like I'd feel like people would be waiting and get fucking impatient and annoyed with me trying to strap on this bike to the bus, holding everybody up. Skateboard, I don't know, it's cooler. Plus, it fits my clearly Californian style out here that I've been told that I have. Um, no, the mic was good. It's fine. Working on material. I'm comfortable. I'm definitely comfortable on stage in a way that seems to be unique. People, I don't know, some people have been like comics. Comics have come up to me and have been like, "Hey, man, saw your set. It was good some other night or whatever." Or some people are remembering my name now, which is kind of cool. There's this there's this dude. All right, so this will actually fit in with one of the TikToks. I wanted to give context for this because the TikTok isn't long enough. Um, but there's this comic Ravon Hill. Uh, oh, there it is. There it is. There's this comic named Ravon Hill. Really, really funny guy. It's okay. Check out the TikTok that goes. the comment or the description before it is, dude before me killed it. I was riding the energy, then started bombing right after this clip. Listen to that. This dude, Ravon Hill, just a really funny guy, like a lot of confidence, a lot of machismo is not the right word, but swagger or whatever. And he's decided that he wants his name at the Lincoln Lodge on the on the menu for a particular drink. So he's been marketing and he's been marketing and like, by marketing I mean he's been accosting people in the bar and been like, order a Ravon Hill. Order it, nigga. Gets in your face. He has a crowbar. He's just ready to go. He's like, you go order a Ravon Hill. And him and some other dudes are like, yeah, order a Ravon Hill. And so I did. It was delicious, actually. I can see why he likes it, one, and it's just hilarious that he just wants to get his name on a menu. I just find that fucking funny. Yes. This one's gonna be all over the place, for sure. I decided to make a trip to the South Side yesterday. I want to close the window so bad because I feel like you can hear people screaming outside and selling corn and tamales and shit. I live in. Apparently I live in the hood. Apparently, I don't know. It seems fine to me, but I told some people to give. Okay, so a little bit of geography for Chicago, in case you're curious. You got from what I've learned so far, you got the north side, you got the south side, you got the west side, and then everything in between. The more north you go, the more north and west you go, the more like white, just more white and affluent it becomes, and then you get into the suburbs, and then the more north and east you go, more closer to the lake. That's like Boys Town area. That's like the gay district, which is very gay. Also mostly predominantly white and affluent. Then the further south you go, you also there's a college in there, sprinkled in there somewhere. Then the further south you go, the more city-ish it'll become. And I guess I'm on that weird cusp area. Like I'm in I'm really in the Mexican part of Chicago. And I guess I don't view it as the hood. I'm not uncomfortable here because I grew up in Southern California and around Mexicans all the time. I went to college, San Marcos. We hung out in Escondido all the time. So like for me, this isn't the hood. This is just where Mexicans hang out, which I guess could be argued as the hood. But yeah, so I'm here, and then if you go south a little more, I went on basically if you go south a little more, you'll hit Chinatown, and Chinatown, I didn't even get out of the train for that part. It was it had its own vibe to it, and then right after Chinatown, it's like, okay, all right, we're in the hood. We're officially in the south side of Chicago. That's how it felt for me. And I wanted to go down there to kind of feel out what it felt like in the south side, because I've only been in the north and then where I live right now. And I get on the train. I'm just sitting there, and I really need to work on this. This whole city living thing. I need to stop making fucking eye contact with people in public transit, because you're either gonna make eye contact with someone and it's gonna get weird. They're not gonna want to talk to you. They're not gonna want to look at you, and they're gonna think that you're gonna fucking rob them or something, or that you're gonna have a problem. Or you end up what happens to me. You make eye contact with someone and they lock onto you. You ever had, when you're like walking in downtown or whatever, wherever you're from, and, oh, fuck, did it? Nope. All I did was let a goddamn fly in. Shit. Fuck you, fly. want that version. I want the hip hop version of Shoe Fly. You remember that? That's like, Shoe Fly, don't bother me. You remember that? Nah. We're going to do the gangster version. Fuck you, Fly. I stomp your ass out. I'll take your wallet. Get the fuck out my house. Is that good? Yeah. Dropping some fire, dog. So I'm on the train, and these two old black dudes are having an argument. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't think I could tell you very clearly what the argument was about. Or like they never really specified what the parameters of the argument was. Like if you were to go into a debate, the moderator would have to be like, wait, what are we talking about exactly? And it's like, they were arguing about, I guess, like being black and the economy and the white man. That's basically what they were arguing about. And one of them has this, like, he's kind of strong, he's a big dude. He's got a smoothness about him, but it also feels, it feels like he's doing an impression of Denzel Washington in Training Day. And it's not a bad impression, but it's not Denzel Washington in Training Day. Like he's big, he's got some charm about him. He kind of articulates himself well. And then the other guy was like, you remember at Trading Day when they're in the alleyway and the black dude's like, suck my dick, bitch. The homeless black dude that was going to go after the girl that Jake beats up. And then Denzel Washington gets in his face. He's like, oh, you gonna suck my dick. Who you suck my... Not doing a good impression of this. And he puts him up against like the wall, and then he puts the guns to his testicles. That was the other guy. And they're going back and forth. They're arguing. This story's gotten all over the place. They're going back and forth. They're arguing or whatever. And then I make eye contact. Like I look up because I'm eavesdropping. I was doing that thing where you have headphones in and you pretend like you're listening to music, but that shit's on mute. You're listening to the conversation. And I make eye contact, and then they both basically start using me as the moderator. And they both locked onto me and started yelling at me their arguments. And they weren't mad. They were mad. They were like aggressive, but they weren't mad at me. I just sat there and stared at these two grown men yelling at me. One of them, the crazier one, I don't know why he did this. He took off his shirt. He wasn't like squaring up or anything. He just took off his shirt. And I was like, yeah, this will make my argument seem more reputable. I've took my shirt off. I have passion. What does this guy have? Nothing. This guy took off his shirt and he like gets in my face and he starts yelling at me about his point. And it's like, you're not convincing me. You're not convincing me of your point right now. So you're mostly making me uncomfortable. And then eventually they parted ways and I left. That was my first trip to the south side of Chicago. It went, I guess, better than most people would have hoped or assumed it could have gone. Yeah, making friends out here, I suppose. Speaking of making friends, so my neighbor below me, he's a musician, and like a real musician, not like he has acoustic guitar and like an old dusty piano at his grandparents' house that he plays with every Thanksgiving. No, he's like a musician. I can tell you that with confidence because I hear the music blasting up through the floor like every day, and not in a bad way. That means sometimes it's a little annoying because the bass makes the whole apartment shake. But they never do that shit like too late at night, unless it's like the weekends, and they're fairly considerate guys. I met them when we first started moving in, and it was awkward because I was exhausted and mentally out of it. And now that we're a little more settled, I hit him up a couple of days ago, seeing if like he wanted to hang and jam or whatever today. I actually did message him before I started doing this. That's my phone. He has not seen my message yet. He didn't leave me on red. He hasn't seen it yet, guys. Okay? Can we stop being negative Nellies about me trying to make friends out here? So yeah, I hit him up today. Hopefully he hits back and we can chill and I can make some friends. I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I've kept to myself so much that I didn't. Oh, my girlfriend's back with both of the animals. Here comes one of them. This is Aaliyah. Here comes the boy. Is Aaliyah non-binary? Gotcha. How did Cat Beast enjoy the walk? Oh, also, I'm record. They're not gonna be able to hear what you say because I listened back and you can't hear anything you said.
There's a guy named Julius that came up to me as we were leaving, and there is, what is it called? The Pilsen Pup Parents. It's like a dog group. I'm out of breath coming up those stairs to be. No, but it's called the Pilsen Pup Parents or something, and they've got an Instagram page as well. So something we can look into. So she's got little pup buddies. Nice. So she can go run around. And then I met a woman with a dog named Raisin, which was very cute.
Is it a tiny dog?
It was a very small dog. It was cute. Oh, and Julius's dog was named Midnight, also small and cute. Yeah, I felt like he was really trying to be tough. Yeah. But Pilsen Pup Parent sounds pretty cool. Are you ready to be a Pilsen Pup Parent?
Anything to give Aaliyah something that'll stop her energy.
Yeah. We didn't really walk too much. She would probably care for another walk, but I wanted to just get them out.
Yeah. This morning, she was freaking out. Did she wake you up?
Yeah.
Also, I kept that open because I think there might still be a wasp in here, but I don't know. So just if you get attacked by a wasp, that was why that happened. Okay. Yeah, she came in my room. She kept coming in my room. I took her out twice this morning.
Yeah, she pooped 3 times while we were out there. So maybe that's why. I need to like move a bit more
to poop.
Maybe she had stomach cramps?
I don't know.
There was a lot of corn in her poo.
Was there?
A lot of corn. The whole her first poo was all corn, and I was like, what the? At first I didn't recognize what it was, and I was like.
Does corn make you constipated?
No, corn clears you out.
Well, that's.
It doesn't break down as much. It holds on to everything. But at first I thought it was the bones from the ribs.
Oh,
and I was
right.
like, oh my god, she ate all the bones.
All right, well.
We still never found.
The sagas of having a giant wolf inside of a tiny apartment in the city. I'm still.
And a panther, small panther.
Yes, the small panther. I think she got the fly. I think she's eating it.
As long as it's not the wasp. Good girl.
Okay, back to this podcast that I should have been paying attention to this whole time. Making friends. Yeah. This is my first time, not putting myself out there as soon as I come to a new place and immediately start talking to people. I've actually been pretty, as I've described it, aloof. And so I wouldn't say I've really I've made a lot of good acquaintances, mostly in the comedy scene. I'm trying to think. I met this comedian named Brandon, but that was mostly because his girlfriend just really wanted to hang out with my girlfriend. He's nice, he's cool, he's really funny, and he's clearly he's been in this scene. He has a lot of respect in the scene, it seems like. And I was like, why are you even, I remember a week into kind of being around him, I was like, why are you even talking to me right now? He's like, yeah, well, my girlfriend wanted to hang out with your girlfriend. Here we are. So I wouldn't really count that. Then I've met some guys throughout the mic scene who we recognize each other now. There's some people I know their names. There's a guy named Yoni. I can't remember his last name. This guy named Yoni who is a fucking writing machine. Every time I see him, he has this notebook that he doesn't even really look up from what I see generally. But he has this notebook, and he just rattles off just so many jokes. He's a one-liner type of guy. And he's really cool. I like him. Met this guy named Jordan Black. He's from Texas. You would never assume he's from Texas. He seems like someone who could have been hanging out with us at the IE comedy scene. But he was cool. Gave me a ride to a mic, and we hung out a bit. And there's some other guys. There's some people I've met. And they're recognizing me, and they're, oh, Emily. Do you know Emily's last name? Okay, there's this girl, Emily, who is goddamn hilarious. Okay, I met these people. Okay, there's Brandon, Zach, and Emily. Those three. To say a little bit about Brandon, and then this girl, Emily, she is from Kentucky and is like really shows it off in her personality. She Kentuckian. She's a real fucking not at all. When yeah, she's hilarious. There's Emily. She always comes up. So I'll be in the corner at the mics, just like, you know, being aloof, being that anime character with the hair in front of their eyes who sits in the corner. And then, the emo kid doesn't say anything until something important and the plot happens, and then speaks up, but doesn't look up, like has a hat all the way down and has a toothpick. I'm being the cool, aloof guy.
You just became a cowboy.
Yeah, I'm a cowboy. Cowboy Bebop. And she always comes up to me and she's like, "What are you doing, big dog?" Looking at you. Looking at you. I can't even do her accent. She has such a thick fucking Kentucky accent, and she's hilarious. And there's this other dude, Zach, who's from Georgia. He reminds me of he reminds me of Stinky from Hey Arnold, but if Stinky was like real cool, like if Stinky kind of grew into himself as an adult. This guy is just hilarious inadvertently. Just being around him makes you fucking smile. I don't know. He's really funny. Is it his accent? He has this southern drawl, like this really slow southern drawl. Like I would love to hear him read Huckleberry Finn or something. Like super slow southern drawl. But I haven't really been going out of my way to talk to people. And I know you were talking to me about this, about not seeming too aloof, because then I'll come off like an asshole.
Well, like letting yourself make friends.
Yeah,
I think you are doing this more of like a casual reminder.
yeah, no, it's appreciated. Yeah, no, I when people want to talk to me, I talk and I chit chat and we joke around a little bit, and then I let go of the conversation and I let them go do their thing, and then I go sit in the corner, and then another person wants to talk to me, and then I talk to them, and that's kind of the cycle. I've just made this very active decision to not approach or bother people, and I think part of it is because I'm still trying to figure out myself, and I kind of don't want people to get to know me until I know me, which I think is important. And then the other part of it is I've the more time that goes by, the more I realize like I'm a real introvert. It is an exhausting endeavor to talk to a lot of people, and I can see why I was always tired. Like my eyes, if you talk to anybody from the IE comedy scene, like my eyes would always be glazed over, and I'd have this sluggishness in my tone. I was just always exhausted. And I think it was because I had to constantly talk and interact with people, and I just don't. I'm just not a fan. But at the same time, it's like I'm not lonely. I'm not lonely, but I'm not satisfied with not having any friends. Like eventually I want to be able to hit someone up and just hang out. like I did with like Damani or Jonathan before I left, or Bryce. So I don't know. I'm getting there. You know. hmm we went to eat. What is that pizza place that's near your work? Demos. God damn. Yeah, I gotta tell you about that whole trek to find your work. Demos. So I went to my girlfriend's work and talked to their coworkers and made the mistake of saying that I enjoyed New York style pizza. I didn't know how serious it was. Yeah, I was talking with her coworker, he's an older dude, and he's talking very friendly, very nice. And then I made my New York pizza comment, and he shifted for a second there. He's like, "I don't know what that is. We don't we don't do that out here. We don't fold our pizza out here." He got real gangster about it, and then he went back to normal. Um, so that's a lesson. That's a lesson if you ever come visit Chicago. Don't even bring up. Don't even dare say the name New York pizza out here because it's gonna be on site. A lot of yeah. He got really in depth about different pizza places and what's good, what's bad. All the was is it Michael? I think the other one is. Yeah, they really got into it. And we went to Demos, which I go to today. To be honest with you, it's so good. It is. Yeah, because I'm not gonna do a mic. I can't. I don't have the. I can't do it. It was delicious, and they have vegan cheese. They have macaroni and cheese pizza, and what is they have s'more pizza or whatever the fuck. They put weird shit on their pizza. Yeah, I get cheese because I'm an adult and I have an eating disorder. Um, yeah, but the pizza was delicious. So I think a new fun little thing is going to be finding different pizza places. That's what we wanted to do. You have the list, right? Do you want to hit up another pizza place when you get off work? Okay. Okay. We'll figure it out. Um, how much time have I done? Hey, 28 minutes. Um, oh, I'm not gonna cut out the wasp interaction. By the way, there's a point where I had to get up and like fight the wasp with fisticuffs, and I was literally away from the mic dealing with it. So I'm not going to edit that out. You guys are just gonna have to hear my battle with the wasp, which I think is gone. I haven't seen it. Um, last thing for this episode. Write in whoever you are. I don't know how to look up like the full analytics on YouTube, but I can see how many views. I can see how many people are listening. I don't know if they're listening all the way through. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. Okay. Second episode has 15 views. First episode has 11. So roughly 15 people have listened, however long they listened. If you get to this far, in my ramblings and my talking of pizza and the South Side and fighting off wasps, if you get this far, write something in. It gives me joy to know that. Write something mean in. I don't care. I don't care. Just, yeah, just something. Just something. I need to make friends, and if I have to do it this way, this is how I'll do it. Uh, all right. I'm done. I'm done. I need official sign offs or something. And I don't. What was that? That jingle? Hold on. You gotta. They're not gonna be able to hear. You gotta. No, you don't want to do the jingle again.
I don't think I could. It was a once in a lifetime. I don't know. It sounds something like when your train approaches a station, like boo doo boo. That's Aaron.
That's gonna be that's the sign off.
Yeah.
All right. See you next week.